The new tax-free first home savings account, or FHSA. So essentially, Trudeau's federal government moved to launch this new registered account, which aims to help first-time home buyers, such as myself, purchase a home in Canada. So the FHSA was first proposed in the federal budget of 2022, and on November 4th of 2022, the revised legislation was released as part of Bill C-32, and if passed, the FHSA rules will enter into force on April 1st of 2023. So not too far away. So how does the FHSA registered account work? So this new registered account will give prospective first-time homebuyers the ability to save up to $40,000 on a tax-free basis towards the purchase of a first home in Canada. So like an RRSP, contributions to an FHSA will be tax deductible, but withdrawals to purchase a first home, including from any investment income or growth earned in the account, would be non-taxable, like a tax-free savings account, essentially. So we're kind of seeing characteristics of the RRSP as well as the TFSA here. So to open an FHSA, an individual must be a resident of Canada and must be a first-time home buyer, and they must be at least 18 years old. And the annual contribution amount is $8,000 and up to a $40,000 lifetime contribution limit. And like a TFSA, unused annual contribution can be carried forward. So if you contribute less than $8,000 in any given year, you can then contribute any unused amount in a future year, and in addition to your annual contribution limit of $8,000. So keep in mind, though, that carry forward amounts only start accumulating after an individual actually opens up an FHSA for the first time, which contrasts to the TFSA, as you do not actually need to open a TFSA for the carry forwards to begin accumulating. And an individual can keep their FHSA open for up to 15 years or until the end of the year when they turn 71 years old. So what kind of investments can you hold in an FHSA? Well, anything, just like a TFSA or RRSP, essentially, including mutual funds, publicly traded securities, government and corporate bonds, and GICs. And the question, when can you withdraw from an FHSA? So to withdraw, you must be a first-time homebuyer at the time of withdrawal, and you must also have a written agreement to buy or build a qualifying home before October 1st of the following or of the year following the year of withdrawal, and you must intend to occupy that home as your principal place. So if the funds within the FHSA are not used, individuals are able to transfer funds from the FHSA to another FHSA or to an RRSP or a RIF, RRIF, all on a tax-free basis. So the one other thing that I wanted to include here to consider is the home buyer's plan, which allows first-time home buyers to withdraw up to $35,000 from an RRSP to buy a first home, will continue to be available, but you will not be permitted to make both an FHSA withdrawal as well as a home buyer plan withdrawal from your RRSP for the same home purchase. So it's one or the other, essentially. So to conclude, the newly proposed FHSA registered account has characteristics of both the RRSP and TFSA and should help Canadians like myself purchase their first home. And, I do think that it is interesting that you cannot use the RRSP's home buyer plan in unison with the FHSA account. But keep in mind, one could potentially transfer the funds from an RRSP to an FHSA on a tax-free basis, though. So you could do that if you wanted, which maybe I'll do. We'll see.